Every gun owner has that one pistol they rarely think about. Maybe it lives in the back of a safe, maybe it's been passed down, or maybe it just never saw much range time. But some of those overlooked handguns, they're now worth more than your monthly car payment, and in some cases, more than the car itself, and most owners have no idea what they're sitting on. Today we're counting down 20 pistols that have turned into surprise collectibles, ranked by rising prices, collector demand, and what makes each one stand out in today's booming gun market. Let's begin. Number 20, SIG Sauer SP2022. Once seen as a budget duty pistol, the SIG SP2022 is quietly climbing in value, and collectors are starting to pay attention. Originally developed for French law enforcement, the 2022 name marked its intended 20-year service life. Chambered in 9mm with a few 40 caliber S&W models floating around, it uses a DASA trigger system with a decocker. The 3.9-inch barrel and polymer frame keep weight under 28 ounces, giving it a balanced, no-nonsense feel. It was never flashy, but it was always reliable. And now, with SIG focusing almost entirely on P320 platform, the SP2022 is fading from production and growing scarce. Clean examples are holding steady at $450 to $550, with early European imports and low serial French contract models already pushing higher. It's a pistol that flew under the radar for years, but that's exactly what makes it valuable now. 19. Glock 17, first and second generation. The early Glock 17s didn't just start a trend. They started a revolution, and now those first and second generation models are becoming serious collector pieces. Released in 1982, the Gen 1 had a smooth, no-frills grip with no rail or finger grooves. Gen 2 added light texturing but kept the same railless frame. Both were chambered in 9mm with a 17-round capacity and a 4.49-inch barrel, weighing just over 22 ounces unloaded. While Glocks are everywhere today, these early production models are rare. Collectors look for original pebble grain grips, Austrian import markings, and complete sets with boxes and paperwork. Gen 1s in excellent shape are crossing $1,100, and pristine examples are going even higher. What started as a plastic oddball is now a piece of firearms history, and prices are catching up fast. Number 18, Colt King Cobra 357 Magnum, modern reissue. The Colt King Cobra made its return in 2019, and since then, it's become one of the most collectible revolvers Colt has produced in decades. Chambered in 357 Magnum with a 3-inch barrel and 6-round capacity, this stainless steel revolver was designed to hit the sweet spot between power and portability. At 28 ounces unloaded, it's compact enough for carry, but still built like a tank. Shooters praise its smooth trigger, solid lockup, and the way it soaks up recoil despite its smaller frame. While it's a modern reissue, the King Cobra carries serious nostalgia. It sits alongside the Python and Anaconda in Colt's revived snake gun lineup, and like its siblings, demand is outpacing production. Standard models are already pushing past $1,000, with special finishes and limited editions going even higher. Number 17, Beretta 92X Performance. The Beretta's 92X Performance is a steel-framed statement piece that's becoming harder to find and more valuable by the year. Released in 2019, this full-size 9mm features a 4.9-inch barrel, 15-round capacity, and weighs nearly 3 pounds unloaded. That extra weight isn't a drawback, it's part of the design. The all-steel frame and Brigadier slide work together to reduce recoil and keep the muzzle flat during rapid fire. It's built for speed, control and consistency. The Extreme S trigger system gives it a clean break and fast reset, while the extended beaver tail, front and rear serrations, and aggressive checkering make it match-ready right out of the box. Competitive shooters love it, but collectors are starting to take notice too. 16. Ruger Security 6 357 Magnum. The Ruger 66 was built tough for cops and working-class shooters, and now it's catching the eye of collectors who want durability and old-school charm. Chambered in 357 Magnum with 38 special compatibility, it came in barrel lengths from 2.75 to 6 inches in both stainless and blued steel. Most weighed around 34 ounces, striking a balance between recoil control and carry weight. Simple design, tight lockup, and near indestructible construction made it a favorite on the range and in the field. Though replaced by the GP100, many still swear the Security 6 is the better gun. Models that once sold for $350 are now hitting $700, with clean 4-inch stainless examples and boxed sets commanding even more. It's a no-nonsense revolver with rising value and still a blast to shoot. 15. Glock 21 Gen 4 45 ACP. While collectors chase early Glocks, the Gen 4 Glock 21 is becoming a quiet winner, especially in the 45 ACP world. Released in 2010, it packs a 4.6-inch barrel, 13+1 capacity, and weighs just under 30 ounces. A dual recoil spring system tames the 45's kick, and interchangeable back straps improve grip comfort. Left-handed shooters also get a bonus with the reversible mag release. What's fueling demand? Glock skipped the G21 in its Gen 5 lineup, making the Gen 4 the last 45 ACP version as inventory shrinks. Trade-ins and clean civilian examples are climbing in value. Prices now range from $650 to $800 and rising, especially for well-kept pistols with original cases and magazines. It's not old, but it's already getting hard to find. 14. Walther P5. The Walther P5 never got the spotlight like the PPK, but collectors now recognize it as one of the finest Cold War-era German pistols. Built in the late 70s as a modernized P38, the P5 kept the same locking system but updated the frame. It's a 9mm with a 3.5-inch barrel, DASA trigger, and 8-round mag. Its standout feature, a left-side ejection port, designed to reduce brass spray in tight quarters. At 28 ounces, it's balanced, reliable, and built with precision. Walther is known for. German police and Dutch forces used it heavily, and it shows in the quality. Production stopped in the 1990s. To date, standard models go for $1,200 to $1,600, with compact and special editions fetching more. Quietly, it's become a sleeper hit in the collector world. 13. Colt Python. Modern production models. When Colt reintroduced the Python in 2020, most saw it as pure nostalgia. Instead, it kicked off a full-blown collector rush. Still chambered in 357 Magnum and offered in 4.25 and 6-inch barrel lengths, the new Python keeps the iconic underlug, vented rib, and buttery smooth trigger. At 42 ounces, it balances old-school heft with modern reliability, thanks to upgraded internals and materials. What's driving prices is simply production. Colt can't keep up with demand, and the early 2020 reissue models, especially first-run examples, are already commanding a premium on the used market right now. Clean, modern Pythons are going for $1,400 and up, with special editions, low serial numbers, and limited runs pushing even higher. It's rare for a reissue to become a collectible this fast. But this is the Python, and it never really left the spotlight. 12. SIG Sauer P210 Standard. American production. The original P210 earned its reputation in the 1940s Swiss military. When SIG brought it stateside, they kept the same legendary precision. This all-steel 9mm features a 5-inch barrel, fixed barrel design, and an 8-round single-stack magazine. The single-action trigger breaks clean at about 3.5 pounds, and at 36 ounces, it handles recoil with ease. What's boosting its value now? SIG quietly ended U.S. production to avoid cutting corners. That decision turned these into low-supply, high-demand pistols. Clean, American-made P210s now sell for over $1,100 and climbing. 11. Ruger Mark II Target. Built from 1982 to 2005, the Ruger Mark II Target was designed for accuracy and durability. Chambered in .22 long rifle, it features a 6.88-inch bull barrel, adjustable sights, and a crisp single-action trigger. Weighing around 42 ounces, the all-steel build keeps recoil minimal and shots consistent, making it a favorite among precision shooters. Shooters love it for what it lacks. No chamber indicator, no internal lock, no mag disconnect, just simple, reliable accuracy. Today, early stainless steel models fetch $700 to $900, with rare variants climbing even higher. It's no longer just a plinker, it's a collector's piece. 10. Walther Q5 Match Steel Frame. Chambered in 9mm with a 5-inch barrel and a 15+1 capacity, the Q5 Match weighs around 41 ounces unloaded thanks to its full steel frame. That extra heft keeps the muzzle flat and recoil light, making it ideal for fast-paced shooting. It comes optics ready with an adjustable match-grade trigger and iron sights tuned for precision. Unlike many race guns that need upgrades, the Q5 Match steel frame is ready as is, and that's part of the appeal. USP, SA, and IPSC shooters love it, but so do collectors. Walther didn't produce these in huge numbers, and demand is now outpacing supply. On the used market, prices are holding near $1,500, with clean, original examples becoming harder to find. It's a modern pistol with competition DNA, and it's already showing signs of future classic status. 9. Heckler Koch P7 PSP. The HK P7 PSP is one of the most unique pistols ever made, and collectors know it. Chambered in 9mm, it uses a gas-delayed blowback system and a squeeze cocking mechanism that doubles as a safety. With a fixed barrel and a 4.1-inch length, it delivers unmatched accuracy in a slim 28-ounce frame. Production stopped decades ago, and prices reflect the scarcity. Standard models now run between $2,000 and $3,000, with early German police imports and mint examples going even higher. It's compact, over-engineered, and unlike anything else, which is exactly why it's so valuable. Number 8. CZ75 Shadow 2. The Shadow 2 takes CZ's proven platform and fine-tunes it for serious competition, and it's quickly becoming a collector favorite. Chambered in 9mm with a 4.9-inch cold hammer-forged barrel, it weighs about 46 ounces unloaded. The extended beaver tail, sharp checkering, and low-bore axis make it easy to shoot fast and flat. Its single-action trigger breaks around 3.5 pounds, and it's ready for IPSC or USPSA right out of the box. As newer variants roll in, original Shadow 2s are gaining value. Standard models are now going for over $1,300, with special editions fetching more. Number 7. Taurus GX4. The GX4 started as a budget micro-compact, but it's already building collector interest. Chambered in 9mm with an 11+1 capacity and a 3.2-inch barrel, it weighs just over 17 ounces. Despite its size, the flat-face trigger and crisp break give it the feel of a much higher-end pistol. Limited editions and early production runs are becoming harder to find. Clean examples are now crossing the $500 mark, especially those with special finishes. It's a rare case of modern budget pistol turning into a potential collectible. 6. Browning High Power Israeli Police Trade-ins. The Browning High Power has always held value, but a specific batch is heating up fast: the Israeli Police Trade-ins. These are original FN-made pistols, chambered in 9mm with a 13-round magazine, 4.6-inch barrel, and a single-action trigger. Many show honest wear, but they're mechanically solid and built with that classic Browning craftsmanship. What sets these apart is the history. Carried by Israeli security forces for decades, often stamped with unit markings. Prices now range from $800 to $1,200. Add original holsters or unit stamps, and you're looking at even more. 5. Beretta 92S Italian Police Surplus. You've probably seen the Beretta 92FS in every action movie from the 80s and 90s, but the 92S, its earlier cousin, is the one quietly climbing in value, especially the surplus models imported from Italy. Chambered in 9mm with a 4.9-inch barrel and a 15-round magazine, the 92S shares much of the same DNA as the later 92FS. The main difference is the location of the safety, which sits on the slide rather than the frame. These police-issued models usually show some cosmetic wear, but they're built like tanks and shoot like new. And what makes them interesting to collectors is the limited supply. These surplus guns were imported in batches, and once they're gone, that's it. Prices used to hover around $300 to $350. Now, even average condition models are pushing $600, and clean examples with matching mags and holsters are hitting $800 or more. 4. Glock 17 Gen 1 Original Austrian Imports. Everyone knows the Glock 17, but few realize just how collectible the original Gen 1 models have become, especially the early Austrian imports from the 1980s. These early models have smooth grips, no finger grooves, a slim barrel, and the signature pebble finish slide. Chambered in 9mm with a 17-round mag, they set the standard for striker-fired polymer pistols. What drives value today is scarcity. Most were used hard or modified. Clean, all original examples with boxes and made in Austria markings are rare. Prices have jumped from $300 to $2,000 and up. Some early serial number examples or models with matching Tupperware cases and paperwork are going even higher at auctions. 3. Colt Python pre-2005 models. Originally released in 1955, the Python was built for precision and smoothness. Chambered in .357 Magnum with a variety of barrel lengths, it's known for its ventilated rib, full underlug, and one of the silkiest smooth double-action triggers ever made. The bluing is deep, the lockup is tight, and the craftsmanship rivals custom work. While Colt reintroduced the Python in 2020, collectors still crave the originals, particularly those made before Colt discontinued production in 2005. Models made in the 60s through 80s with pinned barrels and original walnut grips are commanding the highest prices. Today, a clean pre-2005 Python is easily worth $2,500 to $4,000. Pristine examples with boxes, paperwork, or rare finishes like royal blue or nickel can stretch beyond $6,000. 2. Ruger Mark I Target Red Eagle grip models. The Ruger Mark I started as an affordable plinker, but early production models are now climbing fast in collector circles. Chambered in .22 long rifle, the Mark I target version features a 6.75-inch tapered barrel, fixed sights or adjustable target sights, and that signature grip angle reminiscent of the Luger. It's lightweight, incredibly accurate, and simple to maintain, part of why it stayed in production for decades. But the Red Eagle grip versions, those were only made for a short window in the early 1950s, before Ruger quietly switched to black medallions. If you've got a Red Eagle Mark I with a low serial number, matching parts, and the original box, you're holding a sleeper collectible. Clean. Examples now go for $1,200 to $2,000, and rare variants or first-year production models can go even higher. 1. Heckler Koch P7 PSP and M8 variants. The H&K P7 is unlike any pistol on this list, and that's exactly why collectors can't get enough of it. Developed in the 1970s, the P7 is a 9mm blowback-operated pistol with a 4.1-inch fixed barrel and an 8-round magazine. But what sets it apart is the unique squeeze-cocking mechanism. You grip the front strap to cock it and release to decock, making it one of the safest carry pistols ever made. The gas-delayed blowback system is complex, but results in unmatched accuracy and minimal recoil. And with its low-bore exits and precision German machining, the P7 is one of the smoothest shooters you'll ever handle. Production costs were high, and H&K eventually stopped making them. The early PSP models, as well as the slightly refined M8 variants, are now collector gold. Clean PSPs are going for $2,500 to $3,000, while rare variants like the M13 or P7K3 are easily pushing past $4,000. If you got one, don't let it go lightly. That wraps up our countdown of the 20 pistols that could quietly be making your rich handguns rising in value while most owners barely notice. Some of these might already be sitting in your safe, while others are still out there just waiting to be picked up before collectors send the prices through the roof. But spotting the right investment pistol goes beyond age or brand. It's about knowing which guns truly hold value over time. Subscribe to Guns with Rex Dalton for more breakdowns on the firearms that earn your trust and your investment. Stay sharp